to be issues that are self-inflicted wounds that we need to make sure that we clean up, which is just, come down to detailed things. And then number 3 was really to get back out on the grass and just play football. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's about finding a way to continue to move forward. Tell them all the time, and I told them before we left here, the things that happen to you in the past is just like life experiences. They're meant to help you grow. You're not meant to die in them. So let's not do that. Let's make sure we're putting our best foot forward and moving forward each and every opportunity we get to do that.
Butch said that catastrophic mistakes are kind of what's hamstringing the offense right now. How do you guys attack and try to limit those sorts of issues?
Focus. You gotta tighten up the focus. It's all the little things. You watch every, again, man, you do get a chance to sit back and watch some football. Every time you watch some football, I don't care on what level, what hurts offenses and what hurts teams, mistakes. And the wrong time in a bad situation. And when you're really trying to move forward and get some things going and get in the rhythm and you have a mistake, that always hurts you and it sets you back. So those are the things that we got to make sure that we're doing all the things that are in our control that we got to take care of.
Do you feel like you've settled on a starting 5 for the offensive line now?
Well, that lineup coming out of it where we had Brett at guard and then Tatum at tackle, we thought right now with the overall health and where we are is probably the best lineup we can put out there that we think will give us a chance to have some success. So therefore, right now that's what we're going to continue to roll with, and hopefully, for one of the first times this year, gain a little bit of continuity.
How nice was that then to have that bye week and get those 5 consistent work together?
It was good. It was good, and the big thing too right there is make sure you're also getting them a little bit healthy. You got some that has been playing through some bumps and bruises and some things like that, but they also give them some time to let their bodies heal a little bit as well.
Larry, what are you at quarterback? What do you need to see? What are you looking for this week? How open is that for you in terms of trying to figure out what you're going to do?
For me, it's open. You got to have a guy that can demonstrate a certain level of consistency, and then it has to be continuous consistency, if that makes sense. It can't be this drive here, that drive there, off here, off there, and it starts with everything. I talk to them all the time, constantly about, don't go play quarterback, be the quarterback, all the time. And then with that is a process, and then what we need is somebody to really take the next step in that process and really start to, be a quarterback.
Gary Danielson said during the telecast that you had spoken to him, and he paraphrased you, saying that Garantano had been humbled and that he'd had a good week of practice. Could you elaborate on that conversation?
I think we all know the Georgia Tech deal and what happened there. Jared's not hiding from that. We're not going to hide from that. We know what happened. And it was all over the national TV and everywhere like that. And for that kid and what he needed in the process of being a quarterback was to have something like that actually occur where he can actually step out and see himself in those situations and see that, well, if I'm going to be the face of the program, the face of the team, the quarterback, it can't look like that, ever. So for him to have that experience the way that it happened, is as real as it gets. That's no coach talk, that's no speech talk, that's what it was. And if, with the help of your parents and us and coaches and your teammates and all that stuff, we're going to help you through this. But, now you see, what it's supposed to look like. Now it can't be like that, and that you got to grow and go in a different direction. And what he's done, he's done a really good job just mentally understanding how to focus, how to be a great teammate, how to, learn how to take the steps to be a quarterback.
Quarterbacks.
What do you feel like the confidence is of those quarterbacks right now?
Confidence comes through consistent performance in anything, in anything you do, and not just quarterback position. Like if you're an author, right, you got to have some consistent, success. So it's just like anything else, and it's our job as coaches in those type of situations to put them in some situations where they can begin to have some success to continue to gain the confidence that they need to play at a high level.
You feel like Sky Moore is brought to South Carolina now that he's back. Has he changed the way their defense moves around?
Sky, I know Sky personally. I know Sky very well, being out of South Florida. And yes, he has. He's a really good player. He's a mature player. He's what you expect out of a senior that actually got hurt last year and had another whole year to continue to develop his body and those things. And he looks like that player right now, year 2 in that defense. He's playing fast, and he plays physical, and he's a smart player.
Their defense overall has been making a lot of big plays, and scoring on their own. What is it about their defense that enables them to be as effective as it's been so far?
I think just that, you know, they play. I remember a long time ago when I was living in Tampa, you know, when John Gruden took over that Tampa Bay Bucks team, and he said to the defense, well, if you're so good, why don't you score some touchdowns? Start scoring some points. And that's what, you know, they did. And what happened? Well, they won the Super Bowl. You know, so I think, you know, they're optimistic on defense. You know, they go after the ball. They feel like they can make the difference on the team. They feel like they can score points, make plays, and do those things. And they're playing with a high level of you know, they play with a lot of energy. They're playing with a lot of excitement. They're playing together, and you see it on film. So yeah, I mean, it's a very good, well-coached defense.
Larry, what do you feel like the wide receiver unit is right now? Obviously, they've made some big catches at times, but it just seems like consistency's kind of eluded that group to start the season.
Man, there's one common word that everybody keeps saying, right? Consistency. And that's what you're searching for. From the quarterback position, the O-line position, the wide receiver position, it's what you're searching for. And the only way to get it is to keep plugging. It's the only way you're going to keep plugging. You know, you can't keep dwelling on the past and talking about the past and doing those things. You got to correct it. You got to look at it. You got to face it real. You got to want to be held accountable to it, and then move on. That's what really good players and players that want to develop do. And that's what we're working through right now. That's what we're going to continue to work through the next 7 weeks of this season.
Coach, how challenging is it as a play caller right now when you not just be able to generate the big plays, when you feel like you always got, I mean, are you just trying to get yourself in 2nd and 6, or are you looking to dial something up?
Man, 2nd and 6 sounds good to me, bro. You know, 2nd and 6 sounds real good. That's always the goal. You know, and one of the things our guys know right now is that we got to improve our early down efficiency. We have to keep ourselves in manageable situations and stay out of the 2nd and 14, 2nd and 15s, and those down and distances with things like that. They understand that. We talk about that a lot. Challenging, I would say, you know, who doesn't want the challenge? I think I welcome the challenge, and those guys understand that we want the challenge of what that's all about. And you know, no way, shape, or form is a challenge going to be shaped as a negative. It's going to be found that way we can find the positives in it and keep moving and grinding it out. But we do have to improve our early down efficiency as an
Two more guys.
When you're searching for that consistency, do you look at an open day like this as a chance to shake some things up personnel-wise, or do you say you need to keep doing what we're doing and stick with it?
Something you got to always look at what's kind of the issues, and you got to resolve them. You got to find some resolution to that. It's not always the right answer to just completely overhaul and shake things totally up. But however, you do have to, you know, find some of the cogs in the wheel, so to speak, and see if you can get them oiled up and get them addressed. Yes, you do.
To build off early down efficiency, the time of possession against Georgia was kind of lopsided. Was there anything you can do as a play caller, execution aside, what can you do as a play caller to try and get the time of possession back?
As a play caller, call good plays that gets us 4 or 5 yards. At the end of the day, I mean, you know, that's it. You got to do a really good job of putting your kids in good schemes in those down and distances and kind of knowing what, you know, the defense is going to give you. But the bottom line is, and these kids know that, you got to go execute. You got to go execute. If it's a man block, you got to make a block. The ball's thrown and catch, we got to throw and catch and execute. At the end of the day, no one can escape accountability towards those things and for those things. So no, it's a well-rounded process. We're all involved in that.
Thanks, everybody.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Larry.
Yep.
Thank you, Coach.